Hello everyone. Welcome to the Thursday stream where we try to read some very heavy books in Japanese. And hello everyone. Hi Trunk, hi Yellow, hi Toad, hi C3A. Welcome guys. Hope you're having a nice week and good to hear that you're starting to learn Japanese from scratch, Chan. I don't know what it means to start learning something from scratch, considering that you probably know some Japanese to begin with, but hey, always good to learn a new language, eh? Also, Toad says, apparently if you sacrifice too many pieces, Anaguma is not invisible. No, Toad, no. There was something funny that I recently found. I forgot. I wanted to show you on stream, Toad. I forgot. Oh yeah, wait, I got it. There was some joke that Google Assistant made, and the punchline was like, because he's a toad or something, and I was laughing twice because it made sense, but also I was thinking of you, so it made it like double funny. Hi, Seo. I just don't remember which joke it was. Really want to get my hands on those Japanese shogi books? Well, that depends which one, but today we shall be reading one of them, so we can learn together. Destroying Anaguma is my favorite hobby. I wish if that was that easy. Speaking of Anaguma, today we will have a durability theory, so we will have something about survival. Just a quick recap for people who just joined. We are reading this book of modern shogi. I'm gonna have a lot of scrolling, so I shouldn't have done that. Go to the index, here you go. How to read modern shogi, or how to understand it. And we already covered the relativity theory about doing same intentioned moves as your opponent. So if they're attacking, you attack. If they're defending, you defend. But that led to a deadlock. So we want to avoid deadlock as Sente because we don't want draws, or we don't want to be forced to attack when it's unbeneficial to us. So we came up with the efficiency theory. Who attacks first has the control over the game and usually is better off because the enemy is also non-prepared. And this led us to a weird situation where we simplify the castle and eventually end up in the king in the middle, central king position, which explained to us why nowadays bishop exchange is played with the king in the center, because they concentrate on the attacking forces. Which also, we are talking about Anaguma, that in fact some moves are sometimes waste because you try to make Anaguma, but actually you can more efficiently move your pieces and defend on other side of the board. So that was interesting. But the question came up, if the opponent is moving efficiently, and now we're Gote, right? And we would like to win the game, what do we do? Well, we have to survive that attack, and so we are the durability theory. Okay, page 55. I'm not gonna believe it's the same page. Okay, but it's close enough. Yeah, kanji should be useful, right? Most of the text is in kanji, so people who can read the kanji are pretty lucky. Now all you have to learn is hiragana and some grammars, and you're set to go, ready to go, John. You're blessed that you know the kanji. All right. So in the modern shogi, we have this race of strategies that are searching for improvement by targeting the speed. Yeah, that's what we talked about. So previously we talked about the prompt efficiency theory, and it became the base of like modern shogi, right? But next we will have Komagumi no Gakko de wa in the past piece shape. It was impossible to have a quick attack. So like if you make Yagura, There's no way you have a quick attack, right? Because too many moves are spent on the Yagura. And in that moment, the important is the durability theory. Okay, so yeah, so we won't have a good shaped, and we will have to survive the attack having some form of trick in our sleeve, and that will be this. The target of that strategy is that to make, what is this? Battle formation. Ooh, Fujin is a battle formation, okay. So either we have to have a battle formation that forces our opponent's attack to be tied up, or we have a way to defend that attack. So either we stop them from attacking, or we defend that attack, yeah? So that will be our plan. Ukeshin. So this word will be like the defensive. Ukemi. Okay, ukemi. Yeah. So will be like little bit of defensive. This is like in judo you have this ukemi. So yeah, in judo, guys, I don't know if you guys ever heard, like one side is usually the attacking one, and the other one is like defending, right? One is trying to throw, the other guy will defend. Option 3, makemashita. No, that's not an option, yellow. That's not an option. So yeah, we will talk about the defensive side. So this concept will be the foundation of the defense. Whatever that means. That sounds very ambitious, but okay. So this will be our defensive concept that's used in modern shogi. For example, so guys, if you didn't know, when I was learning shogi, it was said that in the position 1 move before, when the silver is here on 6-8, you know, the enemy will open the 3-4 pawn, right? And usually we had two options. We had the option to push the 6-6 pawn, and we had the option to push 7-7 silver. And it was said that 6-6 is much more flexible. Yeah. In the past, like people were playing this, but then they said this move is better. But we will be coming back. Nowadays, this move is better because it's better prepared for the quick attack. So I find it very interesting how shogi theory makes a circle here. Yeah, this one position changed according to all those theories. One day Fuji will win game with Makemashita Suji. There'll be another chapter added to the modern shogi theory book. Yes, his enormous aura will be so strong that people will be like, oh no, it's Fuji sensei, and they take a sick leave on the match day, and it's like, yep, too strong. So yeah, that's the effect of the durability theory. The echo of durability theory. In the Yagura opening, if you push the 6-6 pawn instead of... there is both 6-6 pawn and 7-7 silver. Both are good because it's hard to judge which one is better. And it was hard to... For a long time, it was undecided which one is better. But according to the durability theory, we came to know the answer. In the modern shogi, if you choose the 6-6 pawn, then Gotai will create the left side mino and make a quick attack. In this opening, because you have left side mino, You can say this is the efficiency theory opening because this knight will come early and the king is, you know, lightly castled. So this will be the new theory applied, and therefore the 6-6 pawn will fail, right? He will say Make and his opponent will be filled with so much fear they will hurry and say Make must before he can finish it. I don't think that's going to happen, yellow. Ah, you mean here? So you can see that 2-4 pawn takes, bishop takes would be a check. So depending on that, you prefer to have the king on 3-1. Like check, and then bishop comes here, and I mean the bishop can come here anyway, but like you don't want to have king on this diagonal, I think, in this case, because it gives tempo. Yeah. So you can imagine, for example, pawn push, pawn takes, bishop takes, king goes to 3-1, bishop goes to 4-6. They have to defend the knight, maybe gold move, and then you can drop 2-4. Dangling pawn, and you have a token, and it's quite unstoppable, yeah? Because we threat two things at the same time by moving bishop to 4-6. We threaten the knight and we threaten the dangling pawn. Impossible to defend both, right? All right. So because of that, got this better. Okay, there is a lot of kanji and I have no idea what it means, but let us get some knowledge. Let us scrap our PDF copying is weird sometimes. This opening, dawning, the dawn of this. The dawn of era, that sounds really epic. Too epic to be true. Okay, but basically it's gonna say that Yagura changed, probably. Yeah, the Yagura broken into small fragments. Smashed to atoms. Yes, the Yagura was smashed to atoms. Kopamijin. Kopamijin, interesting. Shattered to small fragments, yeah? Frequent occurrence. Okay. It was frequently shattered to pieces. Gotcha. So yeah, the Yagura has finished. We talked about this like few chapters ago, right? Shogi players don't like writing simple language. So usually it's not Shogi people who write those books. Usually there's some guy who will write it for you and they will put words like that. The Shogi player will just give them script or something. But also, yeah, I mean, it's quite cool to say that, isn't it? Like, the pieces, it will shatter, you know, it gives us some image, it's easier to remember. I like those. From that situation, many players... what is this? Mubobi were vulnerable to this new prompt efficiency theory. And yeah, they had to learn like new way of dealing with it. So they were searching for a new shape that will allow them to deal with this prompt theory. Hiya, dude. So in this position, from this position, pawn takes, knight takes, silver goes up, 7-5 pawn, which is this position, I guess, 7-5 pawn. If you take, then this pawn push, pawn takes, rook takes is a crossing rook. And the silver will be exchanged for the bishop will be exchanged for 2 pieces. You can see that famous Tesoji. And in this position, okay, so there is a difference between the piece activity and the king shape. You can see this king is in the middle. This king is quite safely far away from the attack, and therefore Gote has easier time playing this position. And yeah, this shape of like knight jump and bishop looking here and the rook crossing rook. This is so modern and it hurts my heart. Yeah, I made a Kiroku of games like this. And even ladies player, yeah, because we take a game record of lady players. They also play this strategy. And it hurts my soul because usually I teach you guys like make a castle, be safe first, but nowadays it's all crumbling, yeah. Piece activity, piece activity, piece activity. It's like everybody just jumps into the opponent and it doesn't matter anymore. Of course you cannot jump, you know, like a city, sacrificing too much and so on, but it kind of makes you think more about chess as well, right? Being more aggressive, developing your bishops, knights, so on. Same idea. Same idea, and somehow it's working, yeah. Interesting. Jumping into your opponent. I'm pretty sure he would came up with a nice answer. All right, so this is Horiguchi Sensei. You guys know Horiguchi Sensei, right? This is 2015, yeah. So Horiguchi Sensei was still active at that time, it seems. All right, 2020 game at HK Cup. Okay, show the final. Left side Mino, quick attack. The engagement is 6-5 pawn, so this position, yeah. Left side Mino, 6-5 pawn. So the problem was in that position is that Sente gave an attacking spot for Gote into 6-5. And therefore the 6-6 pawn became, you know, the reason for that. And they changed on the move to 5th to go with the silver instead. Yes, it's the one that, yeah, we always do the English commentary together with Horiguchi Sensei. That exact sensei, yeah. So you guys got this point, right? This is a very important point. Why the silver, not the pawn? So the problem is, no, not the problem is, the point is 6-6 pawn is not a mistake, but it gives the opponent a place to attack. Kyoten is like, it's a very Japanese word. I have no idea how to translate in English. I might have to drag the Hidechi dictionary. It's a very important point. Yeah, it's basically point at issue. Simply speaking, because this pawn is here, this pawn push is possible. Do I have Hidechi dictionary somewhere? Where did I put it? I wonder how he translated it. I always struggle with that one word, so I need to know. Oh, it's here. Kyoten. No, it's Soten, not Kyoten. Soten. I don't even read the kanji properly. That's bad. Issue point. A kind of square in the middle of ranks in a position where the battle is taking place or the player can aim to start the attack. Okay. Okay, it's an issue point from now on. So, new shogi terminology, issue point, yeah? This becomes an issue point. Yellow, definitely you can. It's not a joke. definitely you can use that to punish him. Definitely. Okay. And you compare it to this position, yeah? This pawn is here. Even if you push this pawn, it doesn't become an issue because the pawns are not opposing each other. It's a weird shogi characteristics, I guess. The pawns are not against each other. You would think, yeah? You would think if your pawn is here, it's defending here. But actually, it's allowing the opponent to attack. It's so stupid in a way if you think about this. How do I explain this logic? Basically, the knight cannot develop by exchanging the pawns. So the pawn is kind of stuck behind. And because it's not targeting our pawn directly, our position is not under attack as quickly. Because we spend this move somewhere else, right? If we push it, we give them the right to attack immediately. If it's not pushed, they have to find a different way to attack. It's kind of... I have to come up with more fun explanation about this. Where were we? Mifa said to me once that just because you push the pawn forward doesn't mean you win the area. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. So it's the same idea. The same idea. The push actually loses you the area. That's smart of Mifa. Oh, doesn't mean you win the area. Okay. Okay, so the Sultan. The issue point was the problem. And therefore 7/7 silver. So it's important that, yeah, it's that Sultan. As an effect, it's important to have a shape where the pawns cannot be opposed against each other. They cannot clash. That idea became important. And therefore, from there, the durability theory started taking its shape. In the position 3 and 4, so here we didn't push the pawn, here also, what's the difference? It's just two different games. Okay, so the king is here already. And here the gold is here already. What else? King is here. Silver is here. Silver is on the bottom. And the gold is here. Okay. So in both of those games, you can see they didn't push this pawn, right? And as an effect, the left side Mino quick attack, you can see it's not a Mino, right? But it won't happen. The same quick attack won't happen because there are no pawns being clashed. But, but because there is pawn on 6/7, 6/5 knight is possible, right? You also have to prepare against this. If you don't seal off this move, it will be hard to survive. So the important thing is to know the true nature of the knight jump. I have no idea how to translate that, but basically you have to know what to do against this knight jump. Core 7/7, it will force the the silver to move. This silver to move, and therefore a6 pawn activating the rook will be possible. So as a result, if you are able to defend this square, h6, the knight jump won't be scary. Okay, it will make sense in a second. If the knight jumps here, the silver goes here, you can see they have no continuation because pawn h6 is protected by this bishop. Yeah, So Sente prepared for the eventuality of the knight jump by putting the bishop here. That's a very important point. Yeah, so they're talking about h6 bishop is the important defense, as they're saying. Sente will have a low camp position. They will keep the low camp. Instead, okay, so high camp in shogi would be when you push this pawn, you go for Yagura. That would be higher position because the pieces affect center more. But he's keeping the low position, so you can see the golds, the silvers are affecting only those rows. Where was I? And therefore there is no issue point. Issue point being that's Japanese word. There is no issue point for Gote to start attacking. And therefore, Sente managed to escape the danger of the position, right? Kiki is like influence. Where was it? Kiki. Was it here? C triple, or was it this page? Kiki. Oh, that's it. So if you add the piece, basically Kiki is like piece movement, but I translate it as a piece influence. So basically if you add a defensive piece on this square, it should be fine. That's how you translate that. But in shogi it means like piece movement or piece influence on that square. Hidechi says, let's see what Hidechi says. Kiki. Kikasu, Kikashi. So Kiki is the ability of a piece on the board to be able to move to a specific square or along a specific line, influence, reaching power, moving capability. There is also verb, which is kiku. And there are two definitions. There are three definitions, I guess. One, for a piece to be able to move to a specific square or along a specific line, to influence, to reach. So in here, we can argue that the bishop is influencing that square. Or for a move or a technique to be able to work out in certain situation, forcing threat on the opponent or making him have a response. So this is another word which is often used as kikashi, so like in between move. And then you have Kiko as listening. Okay, so that's a different word, different kanji. So in this case, it's just keeping the bishop line there, I believe. It's not the other definition. To reach the influence, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those weird words that you would normally don't use in Japanese. It's a very specific shogi word, yeah. Thanks for asking. All right, so this becomes a very clear defense. The low pressure, the low shape, no issue point, and therefore Sente survives. And in this way, if we make a shape or the trick of not making the space for the pawns to clash, we are able to control the speed of the opponent or seal off the quick attack of the opponent. Interesting. And this is the beginning of the durability theory. So in this position, the silver went back actually, 6-3, 2-4 pawn, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn drop, rook goes back. That seems like a pass to me. Unless this pawn was still here, I'm not sure, it looks like a pass. Silver go up, maybe it is a pass. Wait, silver's, what? Ah no, 4-6 pawn? Ah no, okay, I got confused. It's from this position. So that makes more sense now. That I was like, whoa, they're both playing for a draw. No, 6-3 silver, 2-4 pawn, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn drop, rook goes back, silver goes up to here. Okay, that makes more sense. Now this pawn is pushed, 9-4 pawn, and the silver goes here. Yeah, and they say that there is no way for Gote to find the attack here. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah. Knight jump, bishop is protecting, pawn push. There's no issue point here. This pawn is not pushed. So it's quite hard to find an attack. Sente did a great job defending it. Interesting, eh? Next, in the rapid advancing silver, the durability theory also made its appearance. Wait, what is this word? Against a silver in front of the pawns, push a pawn. That's a proverb. I don't know if you guys know that, but if there's a silver in front of the pawn, if you push a pawn in front of it, it kind of limits its moving ability. It's the reference to that proverb. So in the position 7, Kichigai no Fu. I never heard this, but it's basically pushing the pawn that's on the other line. Indicative position. Thank you, G-Shot. That's exactly what I wanted. So Tsuki means to push the pawn, and Chigai is like a different pawn. So you can see that both sides will be pushing opposite pawns here, like ignoring each other. And therefore defending the rapid advancing silver. So this is 2016. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure you guys saw this Tetsuji, right? For Yagura. Yeah, exactly. Yellow must be known Tetsuji. Yeah, it's a very well-known one. But okay, jumping too fast. ここからの腰掛けにシフトされると怪我はないよ。Okay, so this guy will shift into reclining silver. How they gonna do? Maybe we're gonna read it from it here. So silver takes 7-5 pawn, 6-4 pawn behind the silver goes forward. This silver goes up. King goes to 4-2. This silver goes to 5-7. This gold goes here. This pawn gets developed. Mino, castle finished. The rook goes to the third file. And the silver goes back to 5-4. So this is the shift to the reclining silver from that rapid advancing position. And it seems that defensive side will have trouble here. Probably they mean center. Gote will make the shape of rook to 8-4, knight 7-3, and knight 6-5. And they will be happy with this. Sente won't have a way to like seal off this file, right? Because if we drop the pawn, they push the pawn again. Therefore, the king won't be able to castle in the Yagura. In the position 8, Gote's castle will be better. And the attacking shape will be sufficient, so Sente will be the one strategically losing here. Yeah, you guys can feel it, right? King is in the middle. Easy to understand attack for Gote. We don't have a very good attack. But what did we learn? We learned that even though we're using this, we're kind of losing, right? But what can we do against it? It didn't explain well. Yeah. That's because they took this important 6-file pawn, opening the bishop line. And actually, the fact that they sacrificed this 7-5 pawn also kind of opened up the position. And it goes with the efficiency theory that you broke the enemy position with a little bit of, perhaps in this case, move disadvantage. We broke up their position, it would be harder for them to defend, right? I don't know what's this Japanese OCR program, C-AAA, but like you try to learn the words or something. Now, このブロック、ロジックはもっとでも something is high. Something is high. I have no idea what this word. Versatility. Okay, versatility. Meaning being versatile, meaning doing many things and adapting. Adapt. Many functions or activities. Versatility.
Versatility.
I cannot hear it for some reason. Headphones, did you die again?
Versatility.
Versatility. Okay. So, that difficult word, versatility. Okay. There's a lot of versatility in this logic. In a little bit different position, you can also use it. In this case, number 9, you also have an advancing silver, also pushing the opposing pawns, right? But center will take with the silver, and again shift to the reclining silver, continuing to create an attacking shape. It's exactly same way of developing as we mentioned in the previous position. And it became the second wave of attack engagement, kind of. So you defend the first engagement, but then it still continues. In the position 10, Sente is the only one that has an attack, and with that pressure, it's easy to win. So you can see it's shifted from this one, right? You can guys see. Silver takes, pound takes 3-5, silver goes back, 4-4 pound drop, 7-6 pound, 3-4 silver going for the vanguard pound, kinda. 1-6, this gold goes up, rook goes up to here, king goes up, silver, knight up, king 3-1, and then attack. So here Sente has a better time attacking, yeah? Optical character recognition. Ooh, instantly look up words on the screen. That's epic. That's epic, actually. I didn't know such programs existed. I mean, I knew I can take my phone and use my Google lenses to like translate what I see live, but I didn't know you can have something like that already installed on the computer. So because it's a 4-piece attack, yeah? So we have rook, bishop, silver, knight. So this rook, this bishop, this knight. Knight and silver, yeah? So against that you cannot really survive, it seems. Yeah, so practically Sente is winning. And you can understand now that this opposite pawn push, yeah, it's not really effective against the rapid advancing silver. Even if you manage to seal off the first wave of attack, it actually becomes the issue point again, and you are not able to take care of it, yeah? So here you can see an issue point. Okay, let's take a look. We create an issue point here, actually. In this position, we also create an issue point here. Yeah. So we're not able to take care of it, and therefore we didn't really defend in the long run. Interesting. So I would say your Yagura is like the roof is destroyed, right? Easily speaking. There's no way that meteorite fall is not gonna break your house now. Even if you have the roof, it's still gonna break it. We need a shield. We need a space artillery. That's not enough. Let's see what can we do though. But maybe not build the big houses, yeah? Photon is asking, are there English versions of books like this? Chess has many books, but shogi is rare outside Japan. No, Photon, this is exactly why we have this amazing stream every week, because there are not many English books, and the only material is in Japanese, and this is why we're doing this effort to, you know, translate it on the stream, because we also are lacking this material, and we want to know how to be stronger. And we have to steal the knowledge from our Japanese friends, you know. Stretch time. All right. Thank you, Photon, for coming. I know it's probably not the best translation, but hey, that's the only translation we have. All right. Yes, no, by stealing, I mean like they don't want to give it to us in form of translation, so we're gonna steal it by translating ourselves. That's what I meant. Like we are like ninja, like going into this shogun house, and we are like, oh, the scroll of knowledge, I shall be borrowing that, you know, like ninja face. Yeah. Something like Naruto type of. Let's look at the position 11, 17. Okay, one eye. Which part of this says 17? It's clearly 1 and 1. 11. Okay, position 11. So you can already feel or see that, ooh, they're going for the rapid advancing silver, right? So the way of, wait, what is this kanji even? Way, fire, road. I'm curious how to translate this. Fuse. Okay, the way for fire. Okay. Flashpoint. It's shouting at me in a caps lock. It's shouting at me. Flashpoint. Yeah. Anyway, fuse. That makes sense, kinda. So the 7-5 pawn engagement is the fuse for the attack. You guys know it, right? Yeah, next pawn push pawn takes silver up is the way you do the rapid advancing silver. So if they manage to play this, you will be one move behind. Therefore, here they play silver 6-6, and if they push the pawn, bishop 7-7, like this. So you defend this pawn, you defend this pawn. And of course, there won't be any Yagura, but we managed to seal off the enemy's attack. Okay. In this way, the both 7-5 pawn and 8-6 pawn cannot be attacked. The difference between the fifth diagram, we are making sure that the pawns cannot be clashed. Okay, let's take a look at the fifth diagram quickly. This one, yeah? This way we also defended both. Here we also defend both points of issue. Yeah, points of issue. It looks like it's a kind of weird way of, yeah, feeling out of place. So kind of uncomfortable because we are destroying our own Yagura by our own hand, right? there's no Yagura possible. But the most important point is once more that the root, perhaps, foundation, the foundation of the durability theory, that you don't want to give them the issue point. And that's the way of defending modern shogi. This is amazing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you guys see how the top of the silver is selected? Oh, it disappeared. It was selected somehow. I don't know how I did it, but anyway. Yeah, even if the defending is showing yourself at the opponent. You know how Takeda Shingen said, wait, I cannot, now that I'm trying to be smart, I cannot misquote that. But he never lived in the castle because the people are the castle, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna Google this now. I think it goes way with this proverb or like saying. Oh, here it is. The following quote has been attributed to Takeda Shingen. The people are your castle, your stone walls, your moat. Protect them and they shall protect you. So it makes me think of that proverb. It's not the stone and walls, it's the people who matter. So in this case, it's not the castle, it's the pieces that matter. Yeah. Speaking of which year was he? Was there a possibility of him playing shogi? 15, barely started. Shogi was found in that, maybe? Who knows? They were playing Go anyway, probably. But yeah, we can call it Takeda Shingen strategy, durability theory. I think it makes it easier to understand if we go with that proverb. Asgard is not a place, it's a people. Yeah. I mean, I could say the same thing about Shogi Harbour, you know. It's not the fact that we have Discord and like 10,000 channels. It's just that you people speak there and you enjoy the place. You make it special. Let your honor defend you. That's actually very smart, Rao. I will have to think about this. Do not defend your honor, let your honor defend you. I will have to think about that one. But I guess it goes with another one, like, do not argue with the critics, just keep creating type of thing. Because what you do matters, not what you say, yeah? We can go the full circle around that one. But yeah, it all makes sense, yeah? That makes me feel something that I cannot describe in words. All right, let's continue. 2019, Satomi versus Ohashi. So it's a ladies pro, 5 crown versus 5 dan player. And Satomi, you know, she's a central rook player. So now I guess we're going to swinging rook. In this way, even though our castle will be destroyed, the point of deleting the issue point, it's also visible. The same concept is visible in other strategies, yeah? So we don't care about castle, we care about you not having the prompt efficiency theory attack. We're gonna defend it, and it's also visible in swinging rook in position 13. Gote is using the relativity theory. If they do, they were gonna push 9 for pawn, yeah, because edge versus edge. But here, because pushing the edge pawn will actually allow center to gain the issue point there and continue attacking on the edge. What they're gonna do is, and yeah, and because of that, Furibisha won't be happy on the edge. So because of that, they're gonna play 6-3 silver here. And it kind of looks weird, but against the knight jump, 5-4 silver is possible, sealing of the 4-5 knight, and therefore clearing of the issue point. Yeah, it's that kind of mechanism that we're talking about, the clearing of the issue point here. Yeah, so we are destroying our Mino castle, right? But as a follow-up, we will make the Kimura's Mino. Kimura's Mino is when the silver is here and the gold is 7-2. And then the issue will be 4-1 gold, which we're gonna recover it by moving it closer to the castle later on. Yeah. So this is famous shape, but you could argue that Sente is able to jump the knight earlier on, and therefore the silver won't be possible, and it creates many other problems. You know, guys, I'm central rook player, so I'm not really happy with this expansion, but I get it. Yeah, I get it. This move is possible because knight is not yet there, and we use this one move tempo to, instead of concentrating on the edge, to defend the 4-5 pawn. But yeah, depending on the situation. This friend, I understand it here as a issue point deletion. So yeah, as a result, even though you destroy your defending shape, there won't be a bad effect as long as you're able to seal off the enemy's attack, right? This is the durability theory. Okay, let me think about this. We talked about this before, right? We can attack because they don't have a counter type of thing. And here we can defend because they don't have an attack. It's kind of weird characteristics we're arriving at. So it's not about shape or being good. It's about what can you do and what you cannot. Yeah? So here the opponent won't be able to attack with the knights. In the previous example, then they won't be able to push the rook pawn or the rapid advancing silver. We seal them off. The other example was we don't give them the issue point on 6-5. We seal them off with bishop on 6-8. We are all feeling rather wise today. That's good. That's good. I'm feeling I need, like, reading about this makes sense, but I'm trying to like breathe it in more. Maybe I'll have to read it twice or like apply it in actual game. But yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, next. So yeah, up to now we were thinking about creating the castle before fight, but in modern shogi, deleting the issue point is part of preparation for the fight, actually. Yeah, not the castle, but deleting the ability to attack is preparation. Interesting. But similar to before, instead of defending, we put our pieces in the middle of the board to pressure the attack, yeah? Goes together with it, with the central king theory, right? So instead of being prepared for when the attack comes, it's being prepared so that the attack doesn't come. Yeah. As an old example, we have the Heisei wait, that's Heisei Zenki. This Zenki, like previous year, but first year, I guess. 1998. Tanigawa versus Fuji Takeshi. And what do we have here? well, we have third file rook, right, versus Anaguma. In this example, the rook went to 3-2. Going for Sabaki on the third file. Sente will go for the Anaguma. And Gote won't care, exchange the 3-5 pawn. Pawn takes 4-5 pawn. And it became Gote's space. So Gote's initiative. Even if Gote is actually simplified the castle, right? He didn't move the gold to 5-2. It's according to the efficiency theory. And the justice, remember guys, we talked about the justice. The justice was to, the Kira theory was to take the initiative in the attacking first. So here they're saying, even if you defend against the bishop exchange with the silver, 6-6 silver, 4-4 bishop will come and Gote will be able to achieve Sabaki. In the meantime, the Anaguma won't be able to be finished. And you can see that amazing sense of the position from Gote, right? So, you know, Fuji Takeshi, he's the one who made the Fuji system. So he's the one who noticed first that attacking before the defense is ready is important. And this is one example of those. This is not exactly Fuji system, but the idea is the same, right? I don't know how it connects with our durability theory, but how does it connect to our durability theory? I guess it's like a bad example, like they didn't prepare, right? It's more like the efficiency theory we came back to. That even in the past people were using it, maybe. So in the modern shogi, okay, I guess this is an example that Felipisha is attacking, right? But here we have that in modern shogi, in order to not allow Felipisha, you make this shape. In this case, you cannot push this 4-5 pawn, nor the 3-5 pawn. You're kind of sealed off the third file rook. And therefore you can concentrate on castling more. Then for what follow up is the relativity theory, where Sente also built the silver crown Anaguma. Like this. So basically the gold went up, pawn push, 7-4. Gold comes here, knight jump, silver up, pawn push, gold up, and the lance. So that's where we arrive. And Senta is happy because they're winning by the castle solidness, right? The castle is much better. So we talked about that Ibisha Sanaguma is the strongest build you can have. And going for it is the same as we talked before. Going for the solid play is okay, but important point is that before they went for that solid play, they deleted the issue points first. Yeah, they made sure the opponent has no attack, and then they safely castled. If the durability theory is successful, the opponent's movement will be stopped, and therefore you will be able to do the shape or the reality. You can do whatever you want, right? This theory is the biggest blessing. I have no idea how to translate it, but it gives you the biggest benefit, I guess. If only Shogi was this easy. If only Shogi was this easy. All right. All right. I need to think about this, honestly. Oh, this is the end of subchapter. Okay. Let me just like summarize it. We started here. We had the 6/6 pawn. They had the issue points, so we try to protect it differently. Then we have the rapid advancing silver, which was tried to be prevented by the opposite pawn push, but instead what we do is destroy Yagura and go for the issue point destroyer. And then we apply the same idea in the central rook. And because Anaguma had the same problem, instead of going for the Anaguma directly, we first seal off the attack, then we go for Anaguma. Okay, that makes sense. How long do we have to go today? Guys, how is your brain? Do we keep this chapter for the next time, perhaps? I think... Oh gosh, where does it end? So this will be the end. We are like halfway through the chapter. I think we could continue it next week. I think there was a lot to take in today. We could read a little bit more, but depends on you guys. Yeah, applying it in practice is of course another story, but so this was the durability theory introduction. Yeah, introduction, and then we will have the level of preparation of the king safety, kind of. Defense strength. Okay, defense strength. King's defensive strength. Better to read slowly. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, let's just read maybe this page to have an idea what we're gonna do next week. Okay. In the third chapter, we learned that the durability theory main objective is to defend the quick attack or to seal it off. We talked about deleting the issue point. The implication is strong. And one more, we're gonna introduce one more target of this theory, which is okay, One Eye, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, so we're talking about sealing it off, but now we're gonna talk about surviving, I guess, more. Surviving the attack. And therefore we're gonna talk about the key piece, which is the king. As you know, if the king is taken, you lose the game. And therefore, it's a piece that you need to defend strongly. And therefore, we came up with the castles. Okay, and this will be the point of the whole thing. Genzai shogi deji momori chikara suru tame ni gyoko momori. Alright, so the point will be that we're gonna use the king as a defensive piece. I think. So that's gonna be interesting. Pivotal piece. Alright, so the king will have bigger role in the defense rather than just being defended. The king will take the sword and is gonna fight on the front line. Cool. Alright, so that's we're gonna do the next week. I will have to start making notes out of it, so this is getting complex. Alright guys, do you have any questions about what we've done so far? I'm waiting for the immortal question about what is durability theory. I'm waiting for these questions. If you think I should change something, if you thought that Jisho is hiding too much of the screen or something like that, please tell me as well. I will change it next week. If you enjoy it, send a smile in the chat so that I know it. So that I feel the urge to wake up every morning on Thursday and continue the streams. Oh, thank you, Yellow. Alright, so we will be almost halfway. Okay, this will be technically the halfway point. Yeah, we are here. So we've done quite a bit. Thank you, Yellow. Alright guys, I will see you of course on the Discord. The next stream is on Saturday. Chill stream. I wonder if we'll continue with Into the Bridge. Chill stream meaning, you know, we play games, not necessarily shogi, but we could also play shogi. And yeah, have a nice end of the week. Good to hear, C3PA. Yep. Thank you guys for coming and see you later. Bye.